So then guys, the iPhone 16e has come out at $599 US, what is way more than say the iPhone SE 3rd generation, what started at $429 US. And a lot of you guys are super angry about this, and rightfully so. But I've been thinking more about the iPhone 16e and also why it does actually cost $599 US. Now, this is not a video to tell you guys that, I agree with the $599 US, but what I want to actually tell you is that I want you to just cast your minds for a second. Ignore all other YouTubers out there. Ignore me from the past, where I've been comparing the iPhone 16e to the likes of the iPhone SE 3rd generation, and also to the likes of, say, the iPhone 14 too, because of its design kind of language. I want you to cast your mind, put all of that out of your head, and just listen up for a couple of minutes. And before you go and put things in the comments below, listen to all of this video, and you might be able to see where I'm coming from, why Apple have made the iPhone 16e, and why they've also called it the 16e2 and not the SE 4th generation. Now, I want to show you this phone right here. Do you know what this phone is? Well, if you didn't know, let me tell you. This here is the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. This stands for Fan Edition. Now, if you know anything about the Samsung Galaxy FE phones, well, they generally come out 6 months later after, say, the flagship phones that came out before it. So, for example, the Galaxy S24, 24 Plus, and S24 Ultra came out at the beginning of 24, and then around about, say, 6 to 8 months later, I think it was, the FE came about. And this is the thing I want to tell you about. The FE essentially has the same chip or speed of the chip of what the Galaxy S24 and the S24 Plus gives you right now. You can get all of those Samsung Galaxy AI bits and pieces inside of it. You also get great battery life. You also get cameras inside of it, but the cameras are kind of like, how can I put it, a generation behind. They're missing some of the key kind of features. And then also the screen technology in the FE is not the same screen technology what's in the S24 and the S24 Plus. It's like a generation or two behind as well. But yeah, it still is a great phone out there, and you get to use all the latest and greatest abilities inside of it. Now, does that sound familiar to you? Because that sounds like, to me, a iPhone 16 FE, doesn't it? But except for Apple can't call it the FE, so they've decided just to call it the E instead. And this is what I believe actually Apple have decided to do. They've copied Samsung with the FE phone. Think about it, 6 months later, it's got the best sort of chipset inside of it, the same kind of speed as the A18 inside of it, and yet it's got some great features, but also lacking some features too, and comes out at a high price. And just in case you wanted to know about the price for this right here, well, guess what? The FE comes in at $650. That is less than the Galaxy S24, but the main difference is that it is cheaper, but yet it's still $550 out there. Now, Samsung also do still make their mid-range phones too. They make the A series, they even make the M series. This is not what this phone is. This phone is the cheapest flagship phone you can get. You get most of the core flagship features, but you're sacrificing on other bits too. And this is what they have brought out. And they've been doing this for a good number of years now. They might have skipped 1 or 2 generations in the past, but generally, this is what they bring out. And probably even this year, later on, maybe about, say, September or October time, they'll bring out the S25 FE. And I'm expecting it to be around a similar sort of price, undercutting the likes of, say, the S25 and the S25 Plus, and yet have a few less features in it. So with this then, why have Apple stopped making the iPhone SE? Well, I'll tell you about all of that information right after I tell you about the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this right here. This here is a Mac Mini, and inside of this we actually have an M4 Pro inside of it, the baseline version, 512 gigabytes of storage, and we've also got 24 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm giving this away to one lucky subscriber on this channel at the end of March time. And you can still enter going right now. All you have to do at this stage at the moment is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it's going to be a new iPhone, maybe it's going to be a new Mac, maybe it's going to be nothing to Apple at all. It could be, say, I don't know, the new Nintendo Switch 2, for example, something else. Let me know in the comments below. And then also, like I said, the second part of the giveaway is going to be at the end of March, where I'll be bringing out a video giving you more details, including a form to fill in around that time too, and also telling you when I'm going to do the live stream for this Mac Mini M4 Pro when I'm going to be giving it away. So you don't want to miss out on that video. So the best thing you can do right now is make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. And plus you want to be a subscriber because obviously this is going away to a subscriber. The last thing I want to quickly say about this giveaway is sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling me to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best 60 right here. Please do report them. So then, moving on from this then, why didn't Apple bring out an iPhone SE 4? Well, I think it's for many reasons now. And the main reason I think is because of the actual design that we have right here. And I think they were trying to work out that obviously if we use another design and things like this, and also try to keep the price to $430 or something like this, and still make a bit of profit out of it, I think they actually found it quite impossible to do in 2025. I'm not trying to say I'm trying to forgive them because they're a multi-trillion company out there, or, you know, a couple of trillion at least. But the point is, what I'm getting at is I think that they wanted to completely retire the fact that they're making budget phones. I remember many years ago, Steve Jobs once even stood up on stage and said, we do not ship junk. We sell products with the best quality that we can give out there. Now, obviously 60 hertz display, is that the best quality out there? Probably not. But you get the idea here. He didn't want to sell rubbish anymore. And I think Apple might have come into tune that they don't want to do that. And plus also the iPhone line was just a mess up until a few days ago. We have now only got last year's phone, we have got the iPhone 15, and we've also got the likes of the iPhone 16 models, and obviously the 16e has been introduced into that family too. And the same thing is, funny enough, Samsung do exactly the same. They sell last year's S24, S24 Plus, and then also the S24 FE, and then they still sell the S25 and all of those models too. Again, you can see what I'm saying here. Apple are copying Samsung here in their strategy. They don't want to go for that mid-range, they don't want to go for the A series, or they don't want to go for, say, the sort of M series. What they want to go for is a low kind of equivalent to the FE like we have right here. And I personally think, this is what I'm thinking, that we're looking at this the wrong way, that we automatically thought that the new 16e is technically the replacement for the SE because Apple stopped selling it, and also they stopped selling the 14. But if you look at it from a completely different angle, like I've said today, you can see where I'm coming from, can't you? That in fact, they're just trying to make a budget flagship phone instead out there. Now, like I said, $599 is quite expensive, but remember the FE comes in at $650, and when that comes out at that price, nobody really says anything, do they? Even though it is a little bit less than what we had with, say, the Galaxy S24. So take the iPhone 16 like that. It is technically the iPhone 16 Fan Edition, and personally, I do think Apple should have made us more aware of this and a better approach with the advertising that technically this is what it is, but they didn't really do that, have they? So this is what I'm thinking then. The best thing to do is not compare it to these two phones. It is in fact comparing it to, say, rival company phones out there like this phone right here, for example. That is the better strategy to actually compare it to. But let me know your thoughts on this too, and I hope this video has helped you out in clearing up the mess in why Apple have probably set the price at $599 now. It makes a bit more sense that they're trying to target the FE from Samsung. But what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed watching this video, please do press the like button. Also at the same time, when you hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.